Hey everyone, it is Monday, January 27th. Typically, I do my planning on Sunday, but yesterday was grocery store shopping and then football. And of course, you know, with football comes football food. So I did not do my planning yesterday. So I just wanted to, I did a little bit, but not much. And I wanted to show you some things that we had talked about last week. So I've already filled in for the week what I have going on, which is not much. My mom's birthday is on the 29th, so I want to take her to lunch. And then on the 30th, my son and I always get together the last couple of days of the week to hold ourselves accountable for our goals. I was finding it hard to get to my tabs from monthly. I'm going to make them a little bit larger next time. But this is just a laminated matte laminating sheet, just so that I can see through it no matter what side it's on. Also, I wanted to, let me cover this up real quick, go over what I do as far as my index. So as you see, I list the dates, anything that happened on that date that is significant that I want to turn back to, because I'm going to be putting my inserts away. I just want to make sure that they're filled out there. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this is a no. I did not exercise weekly. I did not lose 10 pounds. So I did pay down Sam some. And I am working on our budget. And this week, I am going to do our plan for a debt snowball. It says get dumpster, but this was a dumpster fire. None of this happened this month, but we had a lot. We had 2 snows in January. We never get snow. So that kind of set me back on when we would get the dumpster. And these come with getting the dumpster to get all of the old stuff out of there. We're decluttering. We didn't realize how much stuff we collected in 8 years. But of course, I've got my real estate and I have my side hustle. So there's that. And then, of course, my index. I have already planned out, well, not planned out, but decorated my February. And then, of course, I have my February index ready to go. So let's turn to today. But first, let me go back and go over my week with you. Some stuff has to be covered, of course. So I did really good this day. There was a lot of mileage that I had to catch up on for our taxes, and I got it all done that morning, which was fantastic. I was supposed to take my grandson to the doctor, but he ended up being sick, so we had to reschedule that. But I had all of my work done by lunchtime. It was great. Got some prospecting in, and these are just notes from that. And I asked ChatGPT a couple of things to help me. Y'all, ChatGPT works great for my my real estate stuff. And it also helps with my planning stuff too. But I use it a lot for my real estate. Wednesday, I just did some subdivision letters. That took a long time to do. And it's a letter that I got from ChatGPT the day before. Travel and go show a listing. I have it covered up because that's the guy's name. This was a phone call, and I had to get dressed 5 minutes flat and get out the door. And then, of course, on Thursday, I spent most of the day with my grandson. I picked him up, and we went to get his shots and lunch and get him a toy, so it's great. Friday, we went to get my husband's wheels and tires for his truck, so that took up most of the day. Then we had dinner with friends, and then we had a birthday dinner with a birthday get-together with one of our other friends. And then, of course, Saturday, we spent the day and found my dream of a bed. We found it, and Sorry, I forgot to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. And a call came in. Sunday, we ended up going shopping for groceries and vitamin shop, Sam's, all of that. And then this time was spent trying to find my dream bed. And then football and dinner. So this morning, I didn't wake up until late because my sinuses took over and I took some medicine last night. So bloop, there we are. I've already filled this in. I have to put that we have to take the garbage down. I will forget it if we don't. I use color coding on my checklist, which is the yellow is for admin, purple is for personal, and green is my money-making activities, which is kind of like my prospecting, showing houses, anything like that. And then my teal color is my planner shop. I've already done my compass card. As you can tell, it's a little bit smaller than the typical compass card. That's because I shave off the last part. Now I may shave it off here, down here, up here. It doesn't matter. Because if I only have like 3 things to do, the rest of this is coming off. Because I will find something to fill up this card. So the best way for me to do it is to cut it off and just be mindful of what I need to achieve for the week. And I'm going to start going back to my Weight Watchers meetings. I had stopped doing that. And I've gained back about 4 pounds. And I'm not liking that. So I got to get back on track with my Weight Watchers. I did do this last week. I've got to get into the habit of it. Because some days I was really good with it. And some days I wasn't. So I need to figure out. I might just make this like a weekly, Monday through Friday weekly insert. That way I don't have to stick it down here. But I haven't filled any of this out. I know I'm going to take my mom for lunch, but I don't want to write it down yet because she may want to go out of town for her lunch. But I do know, and I write with pencil. I have this Dr. Grip, and I write with pencil on my monthlies. But I do still like to write with ink on my daily pages. So I'm just going to put lunch with Nick because I will know exactly what that is. And I wanted you guys to see my health because I need to catch up on it. So I'm going to just put this in frame. There we go. So as you see, I am not the most consistent with this. However, I will tell you, sorry, I will tell you I cooked every night this week. And it was amazing. I did not cook Friday night because we went to the Mexican restaurant with our friends. And Saturday night, we kind of just snacked around because we had a big lunch. We went to Quaker Steak. And I did drink a lot of water that day, let me tell you. Thursday, see, this is why I need to do this because I cannot remember what I ate on Thursday. So typically when that happens, this is why I need to get better at this because I want to see what I did on Thursday. Wrong one. I'm just going to glance back at what my Thursday was all about. I feel like I was busy. Oh, that's the day that we were with, that I was with Foster. And then I had a meeting with Riley. And we just had taco soup. That was leftovers. Okay. Now, I want you to see the back here. So I did not exercise at all this week, so I really don't have much to put down here. I am going to see if I can pull, I'm going to get my iPad and pull up my health. Sorry for that little break. Should have had this with me. All right, let me pull this over here. Sorry for my arm being in the way and the noise. Let me just pull up my health so I can fill this out. And then I'll set up for next week. So on my activity, let's go back to Wednesday is where I need to be. 4:51, 16, 14. And then Thursday was 5:44, 11, 16. I want to get to where I do this every single day, that I recap it at the end of the day. I'm trying to get into routines. Who's with me on trying to get into routines? Okay, so there's that. Now let me do my steps. Do not typically come to my health from my steps. All right, so here we go. I've got okay. This was 6,020. I'm shooting for 7,000, but I never seem to get there, and I need to be more diligent on that. I work from home, so it's very hard to get this. Now, this one was a good one, but keep in mind we did a lot of shopping Saturday. But I do want to get to at least 7,000 because I'm very, very much in my desk all day, every day. And I'm trying to shoot for 7 hours of sleep every night. So, let's see. Yep, that's where we stopped. So here is, oh guys, this was a hard night. Like, I got hardly any sleep at all. And I'm not sure why, but I made up for it the next day. The next night, I made up for it. But I like to keep this because then I'll revert back to how many, what did I eat? Did that have a bothersome to it? Or what is it? So, like right here, I know I'm going to put shopping. Okay, because I know that's what I did there. I did some shopping. So, now that I have that, I'm going to take my planner out of frame. And I'm going to show you how I set this up. And let me just put this to the side. I had used my, let me move this out of the way. I had used my Moxie Life before, but I'm going to just zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. I used my Moxie Life bookmark before, but it's not long enough, so I've just switched to my regular ruler. So I always start on this side. I know it seems crazy, but I do. And I just look for the faint lines that Franklin Planner has on theirs. And it takes me a minute. And I just make my marks here. And I might speed this part up just so you can see what I'm doing and it doesn't take as long on the film. It's always hard to find these lines. They are so light. And then I just take and I go between the breakfast and the lunch and make sure it's straight. and just come across. With my Moxie Life, I'd have to stop and start again, so it wasn't consistent. So there we go. And then on this side, again, I just find the line and I separate these two out. And no, my lines are never perfect, but that's okay because my life is imperfect and no one can be perfect at all times. So I have stopped striving to be perfect, which was a big feat for me. All right. Now, I just do a little spot here for my activity. And then even a smaller spot for my steps. Let me bring that out just a little bit further. Told you, not perfect. And then I leave a bigger spot for the hours that I sleep. It's very important that I do that. And then I'm just going to split this in half because I do want to put some goals and notes down about how I feel this week. I think I'm going to start that. And I just put 01/27/2025. Almost forgot and put 24. So 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 1, 2. Okay. And that's the way I set this up. And then I'll just track everything from there. And then on the top over here, I do my rings. I go pink, pink, pink. These are the Moxie Life dots. And then I do my green. These are never pretty, okay, people? They are never really that pretty. But it's okay. It's just for me, right? Your planner is all about you. So I also wanted to show you some stuff that I was working on. So let me, oh, got my planner upside down. I do that with the Colt a lot. Let me zoom back out so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'll put this back into my health on top of that one. That way I can always look back and see where I'm at. So I told you guys that I was working on a habit tracker. So here's my habit tracker that I finished. I went ahead and typed out everything that I typically do. This does not change. So this is my February and March habit tracker. And I will be putting it in behind my health. So there's my January. I did not, that's funny, I did not punch the corners of my January. That's crazy. But I also ended up redoing some stuff, so I'm just going to pull it out and not worry about it until February. So I made these meal plans so that I can plan out our week of what we're going to eat. And I'm going to sit down and do that today. I kind of already did it on a scratch piece of paper, but I'm going to put it here just to see if I stick with what we're doing, because my schedule changes all the time. All right, so I told you guys that I was working on client information. It's based off of the information record with Franklin Planner. but I need it to be a little bit different. So the information record, and it can work for anybody in sales. I promise. These information records are great. So the information record shows the name, organization, address, business phone, mobile, email, and website. And then down here, it's got a key code to what you are doing. Whether it's personal, telephone, fax, mail, email. So I needed one for my seller clients and my buyer clients. I know that I can pull this over a little bit more and give me a little bit more writing room. But I just wanted to show you the rough draft of what I have pulled out. So RPR is what we pull for what we see as the comparables, what it could possibly list for. So this says, did I give them a seller package, yes or no? What is their time frame? And then down here, it's a text, phone call, follow-up, listing presentation, and if they're active. And then I just put notes on the other side. As you see, some of it's cut off. That's because I need to shift it this way a little bit. It's a work in progress. And then here's my buyer client one. Name, lender, amount, location type, beds and bath that they're looking for, any of the notes, text, phone calls, follow-up, showing, offer wrote, inspection, and then, of course, that'll be shifted over a little bit, too. So that's just some of the stuff that I'm working on right now. But as you can see, that is my weekly plan with me. The buyer-client stuff, I will probably work on that on Thursday. So I'll just go ahead and put it down right here. Planner inserts, and then I will use my teal color for that so that I know that I need to do that. Now see, I put that on Wednesday, so I'm committing myself to Wednesday instead of Thursday, people. Listen, this is why I feel like sometimes I need to use pencil all the way through my planner and not have pen, because I can erase that. So there you go. That's everything from this past week and setting up this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful week.